Okay. So, last time, I finally got a chance to go look through my recordings, because I haven't had a chance to do that for a little while. Because I went to go rename them. Also, we're on part 17, by the way. 10, 7. 7. I don't know. But anyway. Here's the issue. I have now caught. I went through and just kind of listening to stuff. I knew this computer had an issue. I just didn't know what it was, but I finally caught it on recording. Because usually it was just like I'm streaming, so I can't hear that, or I'm on somebody else's stream, so I can't hear myself, obviously. Or I'm on Discord doing it. Like that's what was before. And then before then, the freaking microphone just died completely, so I couldn't find out what the problem was there, because it's like it didn't matter anymore because it just died. So you're probably gonna be hearing like some other sounds, and you'll be able to hear almost anything now, to be fair. But on a plus side, you'll be able to hear me a lot better. A lot better. Like, you could hear the game, alright? I mean, the game audio, I'm still leaving that up. It's like, I'm still uploaded them. Obviously, you've seen the fact that there's audio issues throughout the last, like, 3 to 4 parts. Maybe not the very last part, but, like, the parts, like 11 through 14, I think, have audio issues. I'm thinking so does 15. I think we're on 16, right? I just did the whole, yeah. I did all the numberings. Yeah, we're on part 16 now. But, so, I noticed the audio issue. I caught it as early as I could, and basically, hopefully I don't sound too loud sometimes. I might turn this down just a smidge, but I don't really want to do that too much here. We'll do one smidge of downness for that. That seemed to just spike up all of a sudden. I don't know why. Probably because I was like, boom! Okay. I get loud sometimes, but you can hear me just fine now. So I don't have to be too loud. I don't have to pick up my voice so you can hear me, because you can actually hear me now. Because there's definitely a difference between when I speak and when I don't. Because I was noticing that like the last couple of times. I was like, is it catching anything? Is it doing anything? It's like, I said a thing and it didn't move. Why didn't it? It's because the thing had some protection. But now I've just disabled filters completely. All the filters are gone. So it's not going to filter any sounds. Which is, stupidly enough, I prefer that. You know why? Because you freaking hear me. Because when it was filtering my sound, it filtered me out. It filtered Lynn out. I also noticed that the entire episode where Lynn was commentating with me, it sounded like I'm crazy because I'm just talking to myself. I'm talking with Lynn. You see Lynn at the end of the one episode, and then you see Anton a couple times. Name pending for Anton, but still. Yeah. So I just wanted to clear the air on that right now. Also, as much as I'm torn between actually continuing this game or playing the other one, I kind of want to finish this game. I might be getting kind of close to the end. Ish. I double checked just for the sake of things. I didn't read anything. I just kind of skimmed through it quick. There's 2 more episodes left of this game. That's all I looked up. If you want to look up how many episodes there were. We're on episode 3. The game ends at episode 4. So basically, in episode 4 doesn't look very long. So basically, we're on like the 3rd episode of this thing. Also, I think there's only 47 side quests. So basically, we're about a huge chunk of this game done. And, you know what, I want to do a quick math while I still got all the parts up before I delete these ones. 1, 3, 4.5. It's just a random order, by the way. 6.5. 8. 9. 11. 13. 14 and a half. 16 and a half. 17 and a half. 18 and a half. Oh gosh. I went for a long time. I did not realize. Was that 17 and a half? This is definitely 20 hours. That's 20 hours so far. 22. 23. So far, with going through all the stuff I've been going through in the game, trying to complete the stuff, this game's about 23 hours so far, and we just got to episode 3 or 4. So, I mean, that's not bad. I forgot what I paid for this. Is the price tag still on there? Let me check. So I can actually check. And then I can actually tell you if it's worth it. Ooh. Here's the box, and I don't know if you can see, but it's $50. So that's going to be a hard pull to see if it's worth $50 for this game. We'll have to see. I mean, the research is phenomenal, and I like the story, and I like the game. So there's that. I hope there's no echo in the game audio. But if there is, I'm sorry. Because I kind of need to hear the game. And I would turn off the capture card audio. But I did a test, and no. On that, we need this thing to record the capture card. More so than that. I could move this further away from the TV. That's an option. Let me do that. That's an option. Hold on. Let me just move these pants out of the way. There we go. Different camera angle now. Move it further away from the TV to prevent any echoes. So, now let's actually get started. I'm sorry for any inconveniences of the last couple parts. And I would just re-record it, but two things. One, if I did re-record it, I'd probably just skim through almost everything. Because also the thing about that is that was like 90% of my first time doing half of them side quests. Gosh. That's not even the one. Okay, I need a haircut. Mostly my bangs, because it's like, it was like weird. It's like you cannot see my eye. But anyway. So, that was one. Two, again, first reaction to a lot of that stuff. Although, again, you can't hear my reaction because the audio went stupid. But you can see how I reacted on the game, at least as a consolation. So I guess that's something. It's better than nothing. And I mean, regardless, again, I do this for research. To actually just like have the game, and if I want to use tidbits from the game or whatever, I have the videos archived on YouTube and on my Discord for that particular reason. So yes. Also amazing how my hair just apparently went to exactly like in front of eye mode. Alright. Right back over here. Alright, well. Either way. Yeah, I'm gonna need it. I know I need my bangs trimmed a little bit. Either way. We will actually get started with this again, and we're almost done with this game, like I said, and we'll jump to the Layton one and do that. And if y'all want to see different stuff, just like comment down below, or if you want to see any of the other games on that list, as I'm doing this, which I mean, again, by the time you see this, I'll be already done with Layton games. So upload one part per day, so whatever. I could possibly record multiple. Because I could record the other one, and even though it'll be a different day, I would have multiple footages to jump back and forth between. I might keep that in mind. And then kind of upload both at the same time. It would be trickier. I'd have to have more footage, and if I got into a slump, I'd have to have something. So, yeah. I might keep that in mind though. As an option to kind of keep the things. But right now I kind of want to finish this game. So if there's a lot more of this one for a little bit, that might be why. But then after a little bit, I might start doing it to where I'll try to get through a couple games, and then yeah. I mean, these videos don't take much to upload whatsoever, so it's amazing. But yeah. Anyway, let's actually get started. We got more stuff to do. We're back to the future again with good old Francis Zach Morgan. So let's get started. We're in 2019, episode 3. I can go over here again, and it don't matter because you can hear me regardless. So I did a test, and you can hear me all the way at the door, clear as day.
Soon, I'm almost there. Just please, someone, stop that noise. Please, I'm begging you. Just stop the noise.
Oh, I should have. Weird. What the heck? Slight ups. What the heck is going on? Are you actually hiding something?
Oh.
I figure we're back in 2019, thank you. Letters too big.
Let me try and summarize this. Helena Doman was the mastermind behind the entire incident. But Helena Doman was actually P.J. Clarkson's son, who had severed ties with the family.
Yeah, that's what we said, isn't it?
Helena was also known as Professor R, the mother brain behind the drug known as Sang.
The mother brain behind the space pirates. I mean, what?
That's right.
She was responsible for everything?
Not everything, but most of it. Almost everything. And according to her plans.
Just make it easier just to make sure.
But if you'd already figured out that much, why did you continue to stay in Lucare?
Because we had to.
You had to. Whatever for?
The goddess was still there.
The goddess.
The goddess of fertility.
The goddess of fertility.
Yeah, I freaking told you no.
Lise Clarkson's body.
Not her. She was as beautiful as a goddess, but she wasn't the goddess. She was just a tragic victim.
Then who is the goddess of fertility?
The person at the root of this case.
Is it some kind of metaphor? For example, the vast wealth that the red powder yielded.
The goddess of fertility embodied abundance on the outside. But on the inside, she was a hollow void. And that void was threatening to swallow up all of Lucare.
This is like a baby now.
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
Are you okay, Mr. Morgan? Morgan almost sounds like a prophet talking about the end of the world. Vague, elusive, and intent on deceiving those who listen. But every now and then he adds an interval of truth. Patricia Clarkson is one of those. She's something special. Something
Patricia Clarkson, wait, whoa, hold up. Hold up. Wait, hold up, pause. Patricia Clarkson is related. Oh my gosh. I knew it. Patricia is related to them. Oh my goodness, I knew it. I had that call last night. As we're in the chapter, I was like, oh what? I bet she's a Clarkson. That's why she's so important. Oh my goodness. Jittering leg. Awesome.
It looks like he burned something other than firewood in here. Did he destroy something when he figured out we were coming? Maybe it's just a red herring meant to throw us off. I know how he operates. I can't take anything at face value. I'm so close to finding out where she is. So close now.
Oh, that's about these two.
The logs in the center look far more burnt compared to the rest. Almost looks like they were used in conjunction with some kind of accelerant. Did you recently burn something there?
Dun, dun, dun.
It's our fireplace. We're free to use it as we please.
I see traces of resin, which leads me to believe you burned up some sort of toxic substance. It doesn't matter what kind of fireplace you have. Burning anything other than firewood in it is dangerous. Next time, don't burn it up at home. Dispose of it like you would any other non-burnable refuse. Especially if it was something like a smartphone or a USB memory stick.
Non-burnable refuse like a smartphone? Let's be serious here, Belle. That's exactly the sort of data one needs to thoroughly immolate. Remember what you learned at Quantico.
The sound of a baby crying got him that agitated? He may be sick, but that's still no excuse for this behavior.
I want to say jittering leg is not important.
Instead of kicking your floor, perhaps it'd be wiser to invest in a soundproofing mat.
Are you irritated, Belle? Yes, of course you are. You think we lack a common human trait, and that bugs you. We're crazy. Human refuse. That's how we look to you, isn't it?
I would never go that far, but you did surprise me. Just doesn't seem like the kind of attitude one should display when in the company of others.
Yes, we're sorry. We agree with you. It just made us remember a time when that noise kept ringing out, and we couldn't stop it. That flight from Newark Liberty to Seattle Tacoma. It was the first flight we took as FBI agents. The plane was shaking violently due to turbulence. And when we looked to the side, we saw a young mother cradling a baby with a frightened look on her face. We got worried, so we spoke to her. Then the baby started crying. It was so loud. We couldn't resist plugging up our ears. And since it was so loud, the rest of the passengers started glaring at us. At first, the mother and I waved our hands, trying to quiet down the baby. But our efforts were in vain. It never stopped crying. The more our anxiety levels rose, the louder its cries grew, shrill and piercing, as if they were heralding the apocalypse. We were powerless, and the baby's mother was helplessly bewildered. Once the plane landed safely in Tacoma, the baby finally stopped crying. We heaved a sigh of relief and looked at the mother. Then she said, "Whose child is this?" We were shocked, so we asked her what was going on. Apparently, sometime after she boarded the flight, that baby randomly appeared on her lap.
That makes no sense.
Then it ordered her to call me over, and kept sitting there, as if nothing was wrong. Can you believe that, Belle? Bizarre, isn't it? While we were talking, the baby disappeared. The being responsible for all that loud, grating noise simply disappeared without a trace. Ever since then, whenever I hear a baby crying, I remember that bizarre experience. Well, what do you think, my fairy? Was it some sort of sign?
Okay, so that was not the main one, but that was interesting. That was a very bizarre moment, then, if that's the case.
By the way, you're still searching for Patricia, yes?
You don't need to worry about that. We're investigating. In fact, we've almost reached our goal. We just need to find some conclusive evidence.
Oh, we sincerely hope that's the case. Hard to believe, though. After all, so far you've just been barking up the wrong tree.
Also, you hear more bed noises. Sorry about that too, but it's okay. Just the life of a person trying to play a game for the internet.
Barking up the wrong tree.
That's right. You shouldn't be wasting time here. You should be out there, looking for her.
Then I'll just ask you straight away. Do you know where she is?
No, we don't. But we can feel her when we close our eyes and become one with the world. It's very faint, but we can see her. We can see Patricia.
Are you trying to distract me again? Or do you really expect me to believe you're clairvoyant or something?
Girl, I've been clairvoyant this entire time.
What do you think we are, X-Men?
Yes.
It's metaphysical offender profiling.
He actually asked me where Patricia is? Does he have full confidence that we'll never find her? Fine. I can deal with that. I'll just ask him everything I can about the Le Carré case.
Okay.
Low-fat vitamin D milk cartons. Why are they all lined up so neatly? If Professor R really was the mastermind behind everything, if she wanted to rebuild the Clarksons' legacy, then why did she feel the need to kill everyone?
It's a good question.
Professor R was a Clarkson, and also the mother of Saint Rouge. This square area enclosed by milk cartons, is it another sanctuary? The more I look around, the more I feel like there's some sort of system to all this. The sanctuary on this table. The fireplace sanctuary. And the milk carton sanctuary. They all lead into the room back there. And there's one more by the window, and yet another by my feet. Are they signs? Or is this all some sort of path?
Hey, Belle. Is that a serious question?
Of course it is.
We're drying them out. We line the milk cartons up to dry them out, so we can turn them into Halloween decorations.
Halloween? It's only January.
Gotta prepare early.
This is America, land of the free. Got a problem with that? By the way, how did the FBI find Lisa's body after 14 whole years?
Good question.
That's none of your business.
Are you saying they just happened to be investigating the Clarksons' cold storage warehouse by pure chance? That there was some undercover terrorism plot afoot there?
I said it's none of your business.
Well, then we'll just have to guess. It was an anonymous tip. A tip related to Sang Rouge. Did we hit the nail on the head, Belle? But that's not what we want to know about. After all, the FBI gets hundreds of tips every day. Right, my fairy? It was always that way, even back when we were on duty. Here's what we really want to know. Why, out of all those tips, did you select that one? Would you tell us that much? Belle, what urged you to make a beeline straight for this case?
Good question.
That's none of your business.
Well, we want to know. Well, everything you're asking us is none of your business.
So you think Alina was murdered by Helena Doman, her own brother?
No, not her. Galena was someone else.
Then who killed her?
It's written in the report, isn't it?
Yes. But I'm asking you. Would you mind answering me in your own words? You see, I find your entire story highly suspicious.
It's a complicated matter. Extremely complicated.
Don't let him draw you into his game. Stay calm, Aaliyah Davis.
Aaliyah. I don't think that name means anything.
Am I winning here, or... No. I need to stay positive. I have to solve this case, no matter what it takes. I can't lose courage here. The future influences the present just as much as the past. You asked me why I spent an entire 2 days observing you before I came to speak with you. Well, here's why. Over those 49 hours, I observed the intervals between your actions. When you were neither doing something nor doing nothing. And people reveal everything during the intervals between their actions. For example, when you eat alone versus eating with someone else. The most prominent differences always appear when someone either begins or finishes eating a meal.
Okay.
And since these are unconscious actions, they can't be consciously hidden. When you prepare to eat or finish eating, when you move in to clean up, when you pick up a book or close one, when you raise a cup of coffee to your lips.
Okay.
Human actions speak volumes. Not even the person doing the actions is conscious of them. That's what lies in those intervals. That's my modus operandi. And here's the conclusion it helped me reach. There's one other person in this house. Isn't there?
Wow.
You're incredible, Belle. You outdid all our expectations. Impressive, to say the least. You're right, Belle. But only half right.
Half?
You should still be proud, though. Honestly, we never thought you'd make it this far. You've got real talent.
Most of what you say. If this goes to court, I won't let you claim that your testimony is inadmissible just because of your little indulgence there.
Fine by us. We can even put it in writing if you want. We won't run or hide. Will we, my fairy? Where's the paper? I know I had it around here somewhere. Where is it? Ooh. Ooh. We're fine.
Hey, everything okay? What's going on out here? Oh, don't tell me.
He's just suffering from nausea. I was more worried about you. You were in there for quite some time.
Yeah, sorry. Ever since you got here, I've been all backed up.
Mr. Morgan, can you stand?
Is this a sign from the coffee? What could it be? What is it trying to tell me?
We went to the dragonfly mark.
Is that a dragonfly?
Coffee just spilled a dragonfly.
Footsteps. Big footsteps.
Whoa, what?
Footsteps. Big footsteps.
Some odd fella was following her around. Stalking her like.
That poor girl, Lise, she was a druggie. And she was into the really bad stuff.
The Red Soul has the power to amplify the unique characteristics we all possess. Mentally and physically. That's why I created the Holy Red Powder.
You okay? Hey.
We're fine. Just feeling a little tired.
Hello, sweetie.
Hi.
Hi.
How is you?
That's good.
It's recording.
I realized that some of my audio from previous episodes were not very good.
Uh-huh.
Like it just did not want to record me at all.
Why is the basketball?
I don't know. I think I'm probably moved it to get to my basket. But anyway, I slightly fixed it. Also, we couldn't even hear. It couldn't even hear you.
That's fine.
But now I think I fixed it by just disabling the audio effect, like the microphone effects, filters.
Uh-huh.
So now there's no filters.
Okay.
So it's probably hearing other sounds more so than just the game, or not just the game, more so than just the me. But it's fine because otherwise it wouldn't hear me, which is kind of the important part when trying to do a commentary show.
Of course. That's why you check everything before you start bulk recording.
I know, but at the same time, like only episodes 11 through 14 were infected.
Sounds like a lot.
I know, it was, but especially since they're like 2-hour video, 1 2-hour videos. But still, I don't know why only those ones were affected, but not the rest.
Uh-huh.
It makes no sense. So, either way, I think I'm just going to... And also now it can hear me from anywhere in the room now.
Mm-hmm.
So that's better.
That's good.
And I've definitely seen it pick you up too, so that's good.
Yeah.
So there we go.
Yay.
Now we're back in the future.
Back to the future.
Yeah, because we're talking to Francis Zach Morgan.
What?
Would you take us to get
I
our
just wanted to get
medicine?
relaxed.
It's fine.
Sure. It's in the bathroom, right? Whew. Seems like he's calmed down a little. We should let him rest for a while.
One more step and I could have cornered Morgan.
You're trying to tickle me.
Yes. Yes, I am.
But so be it. I can still keep investigating even if the owner of this chair isn't present. Simon Jones, what a piece of work. How can anyone have such bad timing?
Massive pizza boxes.
I wondered what sort of food he was eating, all shut up in here. Pizza? Why do they all love pizza so much?
Because pizza's delicious.
Agent Jones has been acting strange the entire time we've been here. He told me he wasn't very good at dealing with suspects in person, but can anyone
Technically,
be this
Aaliyah
bad?
Davis, who's interrogating Francis Zach Morgan. It's been like this the entire game. We've been hearing Zach's story the entire time, in a sense, about how he and York took care of the case back in 2005, but now we're back in 2019. Where this has been going on since the very beginning of the game. The game opened up with this.
Okay.
And then we've been going to the past to solve that case.
I see.
Is he hiding something? Or maybe our suspect found some dirt on him. Either way, I wish he'd stop trying to drag me down with him. Whatever his goal may be, Morgan's gone to great lengths to survive. But no matter how hard he tries, the heartless monster inside of him will just keep devouring his body. When Katrina stole my family from me, I lost all hope. I wanted to die. What is he hoping for? I didn't think he'd gotten this bad. I can't let him die on me yet. I need to get more clues out of him before his time runs out.
Also, he's dying from cancer, too.
Oh.
Yeah.
What's wrong, Aaliyah? You hungry or something?
Excuse me? What are you insinuating?
Well, you're staring right at an empty pizza box.
Please don't compare yourself to me. Besides, I have a refined palate.
Hey, that was uncalled for. Pizza is a sacred food, remember? You don't need to feel embarrassed for being unable to stop staring at it. It enthralls all who gaze upon it.
You've stolen my pillow.
I have.
No.
That's the power.
Pizza power.
Pizza
Stop, Agent Jones. I've had enough of this sacred pizza bit. I'm sick of you Chicagoans and your obsession with pizza. Pizza, pizza, pizza. 24 hours a day. That's all you ever talk about. What's next? You gonna launch into a tirade about how deep dish is the only proper way to make pizza?
No, Aaliyah.
No. Pan crust is where it's at.
No. Stuffed
You just
crust.
don't get it, do you?
Well, I mean, that's also true.
As a Chicagoan, I'm proud of the deep dish pizza. But get this. I love New York style pizza too.
God.
It's good style. It's big.
I don't know if I've had that one.
They're big pizzas.
Ooh. I want New York pizza now.
It's like Chicago pizza, but bigger.
Now I just want all pizza. Now I just want all the pizzas.
Me too.
We were thinking about getting pizza earlier today, but Anton didn't have enough money. Unfortunately.
Wait until I start working there.
Yeah.
Oh.
Free pizza.
I'll try to bring home pizza that people don't want.
True.
It doesn't matter what kind of pizza it is. As long as it's a pizza, it's...
Homemade pizza's pretty good too.
Uh-huh.
Especially the ones we made. Those are delicious. I want more of it.
I know, huh? I taught you how to make that crust.
Oh man, yeah.
Garlicky.
Still don't get it?
Crust.
Mmm. That's so good.
That was good.
Okay, here. I'm gonna put it in terms that I'm sure even you could understand. All pizzas are created equal. Eat your heart out, Nietzsche.
Just forget I mentioned anything.
Oh gosh. Which am I supposed to... I'm worried about... Wait, actually, what's telling me? Oh. I'm supposed to look at those. Oh, okay. That's what the concentration does here. Tells you which ones are the important ones. I was thinking that before.
Why do you think he's trying to survive so badly?
Burp.
What does he hope to achieve?
Burp.
What do you mean?
He who has a why to live can bear almost any how.
Mm. Poking my booty. Poke. Poke.
No more Nietzsche. Please, just stop. I feel like my ears are gonna start bleeding.
Hey, Agent Jones. Want to know why I love Nietzsche's quotes so much?
Sure.
I first discovered Nietzsche in a shelter after Katrina. At the time, I was shell-shocked, hopeless. I wanted to die. How could a 13-year-old girl go on living alone with her little brother? Then, in that shelter, I met a college professor. His school was damaged by the hurricane, too, and got closed down. He also lost his family and was living there in the shelter, just like me. So we gradually started spending more time together. I'll never forget the 3 months I spent with him. He loved Nietzsche. And out of all of Nietzsche's quotes, there was one from Thus Spoke Zarathustra that he repeated over and over again.
Yes. It was good.
Better know nothing than half know many things. Better be a fool on one's own account than a sage on other people's approbation. I thought it was a strange quote to hear from a college professor, you know? Why would he think it would be good to be a fool? But I understand what he meant now. He was trying to encourage my little brother and I, so that we'd be able to bear the weight of the victim label that was about to be slapped onto us. So that we could go on respecting ourselves without ever succumbing to all the patronizers. After that, my grandmother in Lafayette took us in. And that was the last time I ever saw the professor. But whenever I quote Nietzsche, my memories of him come flowing back into my mind. And they give me the power I need to keep pressing on. So I'm gonna keep quoting Nietzsche, just to make sure I don't forget my roots.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I think I get it now. Nietzsche is to you what pizza is to me.
Stop talking about pizza.
I know.
Sorry for giving you a hard time about it. You are free to go on quoting him whenever you want, of course. I won't say another word.
Agent Jones, what the hell is wrong with you?
Yeah.
How dare you compare Nietzsche with pizza?
Oh, come on. Let me get one thing straight. You started this investigation based on an anonymous tip, right? What kind of a tip was it? Phone or mail?
What does that matter at this point?
This may surprise you, but these kinds of details really eat me up inside. I always get hung up on the most insignificant of details, especially during the most vital times. For example, you know how people go to bed early the night before they have a big job? That's exactly the time where I start focusing on meaningless nonsense. When did I last clip my nails? How long is my milk good for? I just can't help myself. I can't resist the need to know. It's just the way I am.
It was sent in an envelope. Postmarked December 28th, sent out from Louisiana.
What did it have inside?
A postcard with a dragonfly on it. A wrapped sample of Sang Rouge. And a note.
What did it say?
Investigate the Clarksons.
Hello.
FK.
Hi.
Hi.
How's work?
I had one fucking call when I was gonna go on lunch.
I
But I had to transfer them.
That was a short call. Roughly.
Mm-hmm.
Level both.
Level 2, level both.
Level 2, level both.
Level 2.
Yay, I fixed the audio on the thing.
Audio on what thing?
The computer.
What was wrong with the audio?
For 3 or 4 episodes, it was barely recording my voice half the time. Like I could almost hear myself speaking, but it was like not even recording. It was my voice was getting filtered out with the computer noise.
Why?
Because it's got the advanced filter. It had like the advanced filters on it, or the filters on it. So now I just turned off the filters, like I did on the other computer. And now it should be perfect, and it should be able to hear me anywhere. Because it should be able to hear us anywhere. So it's probably means more noises are being caught in it. So we'll have to be careful with that, especially with music. So you might want to keep headphones in on days where I say I'm going to record.
You didn't realize it's hard when I'm at work.
I mean, I think if it's in your room, it should be okay.
As long as it's not super loud.
As long as you're not like listening to it like in the hallway.
If
or
I can hear it downstairs, it's too loud.
There's that too. In the bathroom, yeah, it would be kind of complicated if you were taking a shower or something. But yeah, you're gonna have to like.
Yeah, because I usually listen to music to take a shower with.
It's understandable, but yeah.
Wait. Just something you've always done?
Man, just something.
No, I just want music.
Excuse to listen to music.
Fair.
Music's good. Listening to your own jams is good sometimes. Get bonus points. You get stat boostages. Which would be nice. The mini stat boostages. Anyway. FK.
That's it?
FK in the coffee.
No.
Right.
How'd that feel?
Yes.
Weird.
That's it.
Who's FK?
Anonymous tip, remember? It's obviously just a fake
FK
name.
sounded something that Zach would have sent, honestly. Because he had FK in his coffee in the first game.
Did you confirm that?
Of course I did. Louisiana has a population of 4.5 million. The FBI database has a list of 6,682 individuals whose initials are FK. 1 out of every 6 individuals is a child under the age of 14, born after. The remaining 5,500 people include those whose initials changed after they married, or incarcerated individuals. After subtracting those, I was left with 3,800. That's when I stopped searching for FK, and I decided to change up my approach. It isn't important where the tip came from. All that matters is solving the case. I got this far by taking the most efficient route possible. Are you satisfied now?
Yeah. Thanks. I feel a lot better now. Yep, it all checks out.
After the empty chair.
Shouldn't you look after him?
I gave him his meds and let him rest.
Let him rest where?
In the bathtub. It happened to have a blanket and a pillow in it.
What? But why?
I don't know. Maybe he sleeps in the tub. I feel like I saw that once in some vampire movie.
I don't know what you're talking about. More importantly, how long has he been like that?
It's stage 4 cancer. He's had it for a while now.
No. I'm talking about his face. It looks as white as a sheet. You can even see all his veins. I've never heard of any cancer side effect like that.
Who knows? But now that you mention it, he started going really crazy around the beginning of December.
In what way?
He changed pizza
Dun,
places.
dun, dun. He changed pizza places.
This better not be another joke.
It's not, really. It's not. Before December, he always used to order delivery from a Chicago-style joint all the way up near Medford. But one day, he took one look at one of their trademarked red boxes and totally lost it.
Red, huh?
You better believe it. He started screaming gibberish at the pizza boy and chased him away. Next thing I know, I see him toss the pizza box out his window.
Do you think that's when his fear of red began surfacing more prominently?
Beats me. I mean, there isn't a better Chicago-style pizza place that delivers around this area. How could someone give up on that just because they don't like the box? I don't get it.
Were you serious for even a fraction of that story? The letter that was delivered to me bore the Clarkson symbol. A postcard decorated with a dragonfly, the mark of the Clarkson family. A single sheet of paper ordering me to investigate the Clarksons. And...
What's that one? I know I have to see that thing at the bottom, regardless to move on.
a soft spot? Ugh. He doesn't even understand the first thing about me. He's got films from every genre you could possibly think of, but only movies from the 80s. I've never met such an exclusive film collector. All pizzas are created equal. He's got some nerve. He's making fun of me. I know he is. So many records. I guess it doesn't matter what kind of person you are. Everyone loves some kind of music. That's one of the reasons why music is so powerful. But... who collects vinyl in an age like this when you can stream just about anything?
True. Morgan's got refined taste.
You really think so? Now, even I thought they were cool back when the vinyl revival first started. But now, every suburban mall has its own vinyl shop right next to the novelty store. At this point, it's become a solid component of modern snobism, which only makes them that much more uncool. People who know nothing about real music are buying them up just so they can decorate their walls with cute album art.
How do you ever have time to enjoy anything when you're always so busy putting people down?
Excuse me?
You're like IBS. You keep flaring up at the worst times and there's no end in sight. And when you're alone with Morgan, it's just an all-out war zone.
We're in the middle of a very important investigation right now. Don't you think we ought to take it seriously?
To me, it just looks like you're putting yourself under a lot of stress for no good reason. Why can't you, you know, Show a little humanity once in a while.
Because otherwise we'll become just like Francis Morgan here.
Does one need humanity in order to track down criminals?
Then why the fuck are you bothering freaking Morgan about it? You freaking keep bringing all this shit up about all this stuff. Like, he's got something wrong with him, but yet at the same time, you are also 90% the same.
Yes, one does. Or at least I do.
Well, I don't.
Come on, Aaliyah. I'm your partner, aren't I? For a few days, at the very least. I'm your invasive partner who has a passionate relationship with pizza, right? Why can't you just let me in on one thing you actually happen to enjoy? Oh, aside from Nietzsche, that is.
You know, I'd really rather not.
Why do you always have to be so withdrawn?
I can't help it if there's certain things I don't like.
No, come on. There's got to be some kind of music you enjoy. This is a good chance to teach me a bit about yourself.
I said no.
Do you like Justin Bieber?
Ew.
Too cute. Not my type.
Drake?
I've only ever listened to the hooks.
Well then, Ariana Grande, Katy Perry.
Hell no. Am I done now?
Well then, what do you like?
I have to tell you?
Yes, you do.
Pink Floyd.
No way. You're a prog rocker? Who turned you onto it? Your dad?
As far as I can remember, I've loved prog rock ever since I was born. That's just how music works, right? I mean, The Wall is by far my favorite album. Even to this day, I find it hard to believe that they made that in the 70s. It still sounds completely fresh and unique, as if it was just released yesterday. And what?
No, I was just thinking, I wish Morgan could have been here for this.
Don't you dare tell him. Professor R, the mother of this evil powder, is dead and gone. So then why are her demon seeds still being passed down? This drug has already taken so many lives, and more are bound to follow. It has to be stopped.
That is so sweet. See the messy pizza boxes out of the way.
Hey, Aaliyah, sorry about before. I went a little overboard.
What are you talking about?
Okay. Chicagoans all love deep dish pizza. We can't live without the damn stuff. I admit it. That's why I always get so emotional whenever we talk about pizza. I'm sorry.
That's okay. It had already left my mind.
Well, good. Pizza should always be a peaceful dish, no matter what's going on. By the way, do you eat hot dogs?
Why do you want to know?
Just tell me, do you eat them?
Every now and then, yes.
Okay, so what do you put on your hot dogs?
What is this? A personality test?
No, nothing of the sort. You see, the thing is, we Chicagoans are very tolerant when it comes to pizza preferences. But hot dogs? Well, that's a different story.
Meaning?
I just can't stand those people who put ketchup on their hot dogs.
How dare you not be able to stand people who put ketchup on their hot dogs? Ketchup is a good ingredient to put on hot dogs. Thank you very much.
Huh?
Mustard is the only condiment that people should be allowed to put on their hot dogs. Anything else is heresy. And yet, look at our world today. Do you know how many people are out there dripping ketchup all over their franks?
Yeah. And who the fuck cares?
I mean, let's think about this. What is ketchup?
It's
exactly.
tomatoes.
Ketchup is a condiment meant for French fries, right?
And it's a condiment meant for many things, actually. Also hamburgers.
It was never meant to be an accessory for hot dogs.
And who are you to judge?
It's out of the question. You got a hot dog, you use mustard. It's an unspoken
Everybody has
rule.
different tastes, buddy. That is just a bullshit rule.
So, Aaliyah, lay it on me. Are you one of those degenerates who puts ketchup on their hot dogs?
I do. I put ketchup on my hot dogs. Of course I do.
No. Well, this partnership isn't gonna last long. You've definitely convinced me of that.
Oh yeah? Well, good. From the moment we started this investigation, I always assumed it would be a one-time only thing.
I'm sorry. That is bullshit. People have different tastes. Like, you should not judge people for how they like certain foods or what they like on certain foods. I don't even care. You can put weird shit into foods. I had hot Cheetos and milk yesterday. Not that bad. Try stuff. See what you like.
Ready to spill the beans, Aaliyah?
What the heck are you talking about?
I'm afraid of thunder. Happy now?
Katrina?
That would make sense.
All right, I'll stop.
Good. Now let's get back to the investigation.
No. Hold on. Now that I think about it, that doesn't really qualify as a soft spot. What I'm looking for is more, how should I say it? Adorable? You know, something that would make you blush. There's gotta be something. Please, I'm begging you.
I love koalas. They're just so cute. I can't resist them.
Yeah, show character dump on this person now that we've not really understood this entire game. The so-called main protagonist, even though she's not been at all.
All I need to do is look at a picture of one and Fuzzy Wuzzy swim all over me. I mean, the way they look, the way they're shaped, the color of their fur. I mean, even down to how they only eat eucalyptus. I just love everything about them. Once I get some time off, I'm gonna travel to Australia and hug one for real. That's one of the top 5 goals on my lifetime to-do list right now. This conversation never happened. Is that understood?
It's been recorded. Everything about this entire conversation is being recorded.
Oh, Aaliyah. Getting curious now, huh? Here, I'll find one of my favorites for you. How about this one? Who Framed Roger Rabbit, directed by Robert Zemeckis. It's a fantasy movie that mixes real actors with cartoons, using what we'd call CG these days, I guess.
Yeah, I know that one. It's the one where Michael Jordan plays basketball with all the cartoon characters, right?
That's Space Jam. Close.
What? No, that's Space Jam. It's not even the same director. And besides, that one has the Looney Tunes in it.
Whatever. Either way, I'm not watching it.
Fine by me. You know, you're really lacking in the cute department.
Is that supposed to be an insult?
No, not at all. I'm just trying to help you turn a new leaf.
You're kind of a weird person, Simon. Sorry.
I'm your invasive partner, remember?
Why do you care so much? I like myself just the way I am.
No, wrong answer.
No, right answer. Shut up.
I think you could use a little more softness. You know what I mean?
No. Other people don't get to judge what other people are. That's just straight up. Other people should have no control over, like, other people. At all. Like, besides, like... Yeah. There are certain things, but, like, overall, people should not try to force change on somebody else. Except for maybe safety reasons. And that's the only one And even there's some blurred lines there, but yeah. Like, by safety, I mean, like, if somebody has violent tendencies, yes, change that part just a little bit. Here's, like, the violent tendencies bad. You know. Abusive tendencies, also bad. Those things need to be changed. Character flaws, or character personality traits, not so much. Hello. Meh. 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 Meh.
I don't know what I'm doing.
I don't know what you're doing either.
That would definitely make it easier for people to help you out. You're flawless, intelligent, and charming. All you're missing is some soft spots.
Soft spots.
Yeah, you know, like when people find out a super serious politician is actually a huge comic book nerd. Something like that. You've got to have something. Something you secretly like that people wouldn't expect.
Well, I don't. End of story.
Hey, uh-oh. The lady doth protest too much, methinks.
What do you mean? I just said I don't.
Which means you definitely do. Well, what is it? Come on, I gotta know. So, why did you decide to take this case?
Because it's my job.
Really? I don't buy it.
Why not?
You aren't just following orders here. You've got way too much emotion invested in this. Some kind of special emotion. There's no use trying to hide it. Despite how I may look, data analysis is my forte. I know how to see through lies. I don't mean to be nosy, but would it kill you to confide in me a little? I didn't manage to live this long simply because I'm fiendishly handsome. And besides, we're going to be tiptoeing across a thin line of legality with the rest of this case, so I'd prefer to have some probable cause. That way, at least I can back you up when you need me to.
There exists in the world a single path along which no one can go except you. Whither does it lead? Do not ask. Go along it.
You're pulling out Nietzsche at a time like this? Come on now.
I have a little brother. After overdosing on a certain drug, he was thrown into rehab. He's been clean for 2 years now, but he still won't utter a single word. All day long, he's plagued by hallucinations. He can't tell if he's dead or alive, if this is reality or if it's all a dream.
Sang Rouge.
That's right. The doctor can't tell what's causing his condition, so they can't treat him. He just told me to prepare for the possibility that I may never get my brother back. This was his. I bought it for him after he graduated high school and found a job. He never got a single chance to wear it, though. Someday, I believe that he'll get better. And I'll get to see him put this on and head out to work.
So, you think that if we nab the person behind all this, we may figure out how to conquer the addiction?
Right.
You really think it'll be that easy?
I don't know. But I can't just sit around and do nothing. He's the only family I have in the entire world.
What about your parents?
When I was only 13, Katrina took him, leaving my 7-year-old brother and I behind.
Sorry.
It's fine. I've already dealt with my past. Now I'm just working as hard as I can to complete the duty I've been given.
Yeah.
Hey, Agent Jones. I just want to double-check one thing. You didn't find anything in the bathroom.
Nope. Nothing in there.
It must be the bedroom, then. Just like I thought.
Are you serious about this?
Huh? Now you're having second thoughts?
Well, not exactly.
Then what?
I understand how you feel, but he's got an incurable disease. And he used to be one of us.
So? The truth he's given us so far could all be completely fabricated. He's a genius lone wolf agent who solved nothing but difficult cases during his years of active duty. That's what they told me at Quantico, at least. Over and over again. I had to listen to them talk about how no one could ever replicate the kind of work he did. But let's be real here. You saw his face, didn't you? It was inhuman. It looked like the face of a killer who's been possessed by death. Patricia Clarkson is here, in the next room, only a single wall away from us. After 14 years, he went back to Le Carré, kidnapped her, and imprisoned her here. He's trying to complete something big right now. Something that's deeply connected to Saint Rouge.
No, we're actually gonna see what's inside that bedroom.
What is all this?
Huh.
Pictures of people from Le Carré. And this wall is dedicated to Greenvale.
There are some parts about Greenville I liked a little bit better, but yeah.
All the deceased have been crossed out.
Oh, that's just George at the bottom, okay.
Sheriff Melvin Woods.
Mm. Here's in the bed. Is she here? Or is she gone?
Lise Clarkson? Where's Patricia?
That's our altar. What are you doing?
Uh-oh. We're going back to the other place now? Right, this is the normal loading screen. It's a hell of a transition. I feel like we're going back because that's the long loading screen back to the city. Yep. Okay, Louisiana. The Red Seed.
York! Agent York! York! Agent York! York! Agent York!
Whoa.
Agent York! Agent York? Hey! Hey, Agent York.
You're Lise Clarkson.
What's wrong? You're acting weird.
Sorry, Patty, I'm fine now. More importantly, do these red seeds come from some kind of plant that grows around this area?
I don't know. What do I look like, a botanist?
This isn't your average backwoods town. The Clarksons' ego and control has been piercing the town's heart like a massive dinosaur bone. But over this past century, time has been busy eroding the beast's power from within. And now, the very thing that once fortified this town is polluting it with putrid gas and rotten marrow. Zach, this is the point where it all collapses.
Search for clues. The alternate Lisa's discovery site. Okay. Okay, we're low two. Over here, girl. I'm gonna lead to 2 paths. That's gonna be lovely. Oh, there's an entrance back here. Okay. Let's use that and slip in here. Inspection start. Alright, those 2 top ones are the important ones. Or at least important enough that, yeah. So we look at both of them.
The growth is all missing from this particular section. It wasn't just cut away. She used fire to burn it out. Everything was planned so meticulously, as if she wanted to show this altar to someone. That's why Chuck ended up discovering it. There's some decomposing cloth here. We saw the same type of cloth at the sugarcane plantation. They must have used that cloth when they transported Lisa's body. And who cares about mundane evidence like that? This isn't a case that can be solved by gathering the kind of evidence we'd need to submit to a court. Zach, this is an ominous sign. Among all the different footprints here are a set made from engineer boots. Yes, I know. He probably only made them when he came to inspect the scene. I'm sure that Patty and I left our own set of prints here too. But how do you explain the set that's inside the yellow tape?
And why didn't we come in order to do this?
There's a flat, evenly weighted stone here. I bet we could use this to score an amazing stone skipping record. Let's give it a try whenever we get some downtime. For now, we need to focus on this investigation, Zach. These red seeds keep sticking out to me, but we need to figure out what's going on with this altar before we focus on anything else. Isn't that right, Zach?
Red seeds are what caused everything. Oh.
These bridge beams have a very unique shape to them. One straight support in the center, reinforced by V-shaped columns coming up diagonally from the sides. Did this bridge always look like this? Oh well, I'm sure it has nothing to do with this case. Let's move on with the inspection, Zach. This altar is covered in burn marks, but there's hardly any residue left. There's no way for me to tell what was burned here. I could send it home for analysis, but is that really necessary? It'll just end up giving Abrahams more busy work. More importantly, Zach, someone who knew how to manipulate fire was behind all this. In other words, these roots prove that Lena was here. And that's enough for me. After Lise Clarkson was murdered, her body was put back together here, just like how Galena's body was dismembered, then rearranged within the holding cell. Lena Doman and PJ's bodies were also blown to pieces in the end. Perhaps that's the nature of the curse that's taken hold of the Clarksons. What do you think, Zach? Is there any significance to these similarities?
No idea. You got some money.
Hey! FBI! What the hell you doing back here?
Well, let's go talk to him. That seems like the most sensible thing to do.
You already solved the case, yeah? So go on! Get your ass out of town!
Why do you think I solved the case?
Shoot! Exactly how stupid are you, FBI? This is Luke Carre, remember? Every feller in town already knows that Professor Orr's the one behind all this shit.
Hey, Chuck. Can you see the altar from there?
I'd see the whole damn thing. Along with your stupid ass standing there, trying to act all smart and shit.
Act all smart and shit. Just this guy. He's like, along with your stupid ass trying to be all smart, trying to act all smart and shit.
You told me that the poacher's boat you were chasing disappeared around this area, correct?
Yeah, that's what I said, all right. What, you forget already? If you're just gonna waste our tax dollars out here, least you can do is catch them goddamn poachers. Fucking FBI, go and make yourself useful for once in your damn life.
Chuck, we don't chase down fishing boats. Unless it's a terrorist boat that plans to overthrow our government, that is.
Then stop acting all leery, like I ain't being truthful or whatever. I'm busy too, you know. So long, FBI.
Yep. That was a conversation to have.
Zach, he just taught us what the true purpose of this altar is. It was built here so that the ritual could be watched from a boat in the bayou.
Oh.
What do you mean? They could have just walked out here. There's no reason why they had to watch it from a boat.
The goddess of fertility, Patty.
Uh-oh. There's you. Whoa, 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 whoa.
The goddess of fertility. A fine name indeed. So much blood has been shed, yet you remain in this town. Surely, you know why.
Of course I do, Hungan. My work here isn't finished yet. You know, I could really use one of your oracles right now.
You're more fun than I thought. Here's the oracle you asked for. Listen with your heart. Speak to the 17 comrades who saw the birth of New Orleans.
Oh gosh.
Feel the holy Allah. The giant lady's finger points down toward your goal, the entrance to the forbidden.
Poetic and graceful as ever, Hungan. Hungan's oracles are leading us toward the core of this case. That's the one thing I'm sure of. But don't misunderstand, Zach. I'm not blindly following him. I only follow my intuition. Metaphysical offender profiler. That's all there is to it. 17 comrades must refer to some area that has 17 of the same thing in it. We may need to use history to figure this one out. After all, we need to find someone or something that saw the birth of New Orleans. We can't just round up every last old person in town. Somewhere, there are 17 comrades who've survived for a very long time. The word comrade seems to suggest that they aren't inorganic objects such as buildings. Maybe they're statues made to look like living creatures, or some other organic life form. Well, Zach, have you figured it out yet? That's not it, Zach. The 17 comrades must have survived for a shockingly long time. Remember, they were here to see the birth of New Orleans. The 17 comrades must refer to some area that has 17 of the same thing in it. We may need to use history to figure this one out. After all, we need to find someone or something that saw the birth of New Orleans. We can't just round up every last old person in town. Somewhere, there are 17 comrades who've survived for a very long time. The word comrade seems to suggest that they aren't inorganic objects such as buildings. Maybe they're statues made to look like living creatures, or some other organic life form. Well, that's not it, Zach. The 17... Remember, they...
That's not that.
The word comrade seems to suggest that they aren't inorganic objects such as build. That's not it, Zach. The 7... Remember... That's it, Zach.
That's one of my gut feelings was that one.
The French established the colony of La Nouvelle-Orléans in 1718, just about 300 years ago. The only 17 comrades that would have been around back then are the 300-year-old oak trees along this road. A majestic road lined by oak trees. Come on, let's go ask these sages of Lucare for some help on our investigation. Zach, the Holy Allah is a shockingly simple metaphor, especially considering the quality of the oracles we've received thus far. It seems as if Hungan's poetic muse is finally running dry. The great thing about us Americans is that we can recreate our homeland anywhere. Happy to transport crunchy bacon across the deserts of Africa if we need to. That's what it means to be American, and this Holy Allah is just another example of that. From the early days of the frontier era, they've been helping us Americans be what we've always meant to be. Hey Zach, if the Holy Allah needs to be filled, things must be dire. Imagine what would happen if the Holy Allah would run dry. The townspeople would instantly face multiple serious problems.
I never figured it out.
They'd lose their domestic water, of course, but it would also affect their irrigation and industrial water. It would be a much greater crisis than simply losing the ability to take a shower. No one would be able to make fresh coffee either. We definitely need to finish up with this oracle before that happens. That's it. I never doubted you, Zach. The Holy Allah refers to a water tower, specifically that water tower with its Clarkson family crest.
Makes sense.
It must be hiding some sort of clue. Let's fill the Allah and see what it yields.
Did it. We did it. So now we got 2 new places to go.
Zach, what do you think the giant lady's finger is? I'm at a loss. I never thought one of Hungan's childish riddles would force me to think so hard. But, oh well. I'm sure that as we deal with the rest of the oracle, it'll reveal itself to us.
What? Is there something on my face?
Listen carefully, Patricia. As my skilled assistant, I trust you a great deal, so I want you to answer me honestly.
Answer what?
Do you have any idea where Melvin might have gone?
No.
He didn't seem to be acting or talking differently than usual?
No. I don't think so.
Okay, I believe your words. Zach, we have a lot of work to do. It feels like we're finally approaching the climax here.
Alright, let's do it. Let's approach that climax. Alright, so what are the obtuse objectives that we're going to have to deal with in order to solve talking to some trees and looking at a water tower? Well, let's go find out. Skateboard time, Mississippi. Going down the Mississippi River. Actually, we're going to go across the Mississippi River. Alright, finally, both objectives are on this side of the map. Wish I could do stuff from this side of the world for once. Usually most of the objectives are on the other side, unless just something pops up over here, like the owl's nest or the skateboarding stuff. Nice. Actually, there's only 2 missions between 45 and 47. That's interesting. Ow. You've been hit by, you've been struck by a car. You've been hit by, you've been struck by a truck. Really Oak Street. Oh, let's talk to some trees. Let's do it. Tree, come here. Let me talk. Oh, we found a tree. What do you have to say?
Zach, do you sense that? These trees have watched over this land for the past 300 years. Long before the Clarksons built up their town, these trees were here. If they could speak, I wonder what they'd have to say about this case.
Who knows?
Has there always been a different number of trees on each side?
Yeah. I heard that by the time our town came along, there were only 17 left.
Hmm.
A general from the South might have cut one down during the Civil War.
Intriguing, Patty. Why did he cut one down?
I don't know. Folks say he planted a red tree in its place. I don't know if that's true or not, though.
A red tree?
Zach, the shape of these seeds. They look just like the ones we saw at Lisa's altar. Patty, it appears that legend about the red tree wasn't a total lie. The first tree is withered and gone, but the shells from its seeds remain. Perhaps that red tree left some descendants somewhere else.
It's Pepper. Oh no, it's this Pepper.
Zach, he seems to know something that we don't. Doesn't it seem like he's trying to guide us somewhere?
What? What's going on?
Change of plans, Patty. Let's go on a little stroll with that Dalmation.
Did it. Follow the eerie Dalmation. Oh, Dalmation from the first game. That a certain seed farmer had. I hope we don't run into said seed farmer. Because last time we spoke, in the future, it did not end well. Alright, just following a pupper. Following a pupper. Shooting a pupper. No. You've changed history. Dun 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 dun. Time paradox. Snake, you've created a time paradox. Dun 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 dun. I almost thought that person was the person. When you find people are the person we're looking for either. So we're following a dog. Mission 46. Follow a dog along a random path. It's trying to be like that one mission from the first game where you follow a dog to try to rescue York. But this time we're York and we're following the dog. And we're not entirely sure where we're following it to. Probably to a patch of red seed trees. Clarkson. Wait, view, waterworks, red sphere, management. Okay. Do 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 do. Na 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 na. Dun 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 dun. Oh, hello. Red trees. Red tree.
Is this the red tree that General planted?
No way! This is a maple tree.
A maple tree? Then it shouldn't be red at this time of year.
You're right. That's
It's
strange.
strange.
A long time ago, my mama and daddy used to come here together a lot.
Huh.
They told me they used to go on dates here, back before I was born. Mama would make sandwiches, then they'd come here and eat them together.
Neat.
My mama was really pretty, you know. When I was a kid, I believed she was a real goddess. Under the boughs of a legendary tree that stayed red all year long, a small miracle was born. One man managed to win the heart of the most beautiful girl in the world. And they call him Melvin Woods.
I think you decided to become your dad. Congratulations.
Looks like it's time to move on. What a fantastic guide we managed to find. He actually waited for us to finish talking before taking us on to the next spot.
Alright, so we found a red tree. Congratulations. Do 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 do. This is actually perfect. It's the perfect speed to follow a dog. Dun, 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 dun. Do, 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 do. Well, that's pointless. Do 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 do. What's a mission and a half right here? Follow a pepper. Do 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 do. And we gotta follow a pepper. Impossible. So yeah, we're following a dog. That's all we're doing. At least it doesn't have a time restraint. That's the only thing that pissed me off about like 2 of the missions so far. Is like, oh, this one requires being done at night. This one requires being done on Monday. It's like, seriously, we had to spend an entire week in this town mandatorily just to get past the first obstacle. There's no way to get it all done within less than a week because you have to get to nightfall on the first day to get past the first chapter. You have to go through nightfall and then the next day. So you have to wait a week in town at least in order to get to this point. That's the only thing I hate about this. Red tree, question mark.
Hey, Patty. How would you rate this creation?
Not bad, I reckon. They made good use of its natural form, while also pulling out the soul from within. The artificial color also looks pretty. You don't usually see this level of harmony. Something unnatural always ends up getting left behind.
Zach, did you catch all that? She sounded just like the curator of an art gallery in New York. I think we may have just uncovered a new side of her.
Nice.
But unfortunately, I can't see anything artistic about it. Honestly, it looks insane to me. That's all I get from it. And there's no way that this is a descendant of the tree that the General planted.
Here we go again. Right here we go. Perfect dark thing. A little less than perfect actually, but right here, perfect dog speed. Fast as the dog. A little bit slower than the dog. There's no getting the speed right. It's the exact same speed as the dog. Yeah, I'm a little slower than dog. That's fine right now. Dog's got a lot of. That tree was red. Oh, now we're going down the Mississippi River. Oh, what? Whoa, that's rude. Papa, that is rude. We had a nice swim. Are you happy about that? Well, at least you give me plenty of time to catch up. Alright, and back on the board of skating. I think this mission just exists, and it's basically kind of like the one from before I mentioned, except that one you had to run from the police station, I believe, all the way to the, like, clock tower. Get back on the skateboard. You are just... Oh, you silly doggy. Alright, let's go. You are now just trying to be tricksy at this point, which is just kind of more annoying than fun. If I lost you, would we have to restart? Or I just happen to have to find where you go. Look at all these trees. One of these might be the red tree we're looking for, so kind of like not letting that possibility escape by. Alright, we're leaving. I was hoping that was the case, so that way we could stop skateboarding for a minute. I'd be collecting stuff, but I don't have time. Mostly. Trying to keep a perfect equilibrium between me and the pupper. The perfect equilibrium must be kept. After this, I'll probably say we call it an episode. That'll probably be a good idea. Still missed FBI special agent from the first game. Oh, that was rude, pupper. Oh, it was a rude pupper. Rude pup. Going in there just to make me have to turn out. Wow. I just being a jerk. Let's check your owner. I need to finish the first one. On here. I'll finish it in my own time. I just need to finish it on the thing. Boo, 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 boo. Oh, that's weird. We went all the way from the middle to like the lower part of town. Now we're at the top part of town. I recognize this area. I think in this part we went all the way like south and then back like north again. Oh, that. What? Okay. Doggo pass. I mean, the dog finally reached equilibrium. Well, the dog is slightly faster than me right now. By a micro bit. I don't know. I think we've actually reached an equilibrium of speed. Oh, I see it. I think I see it. There it is. About freaking time. Red tree. Right at their cornfield.
Zach, now this is interesting. It looks like a tree that you could find anywhere, yet it's also unlike any other, completely alien. And look how it's weaved its way into the landscape. Almost like cancer cells invading the human body. You might not even notice it unless you're focused on finding it. And this feeling. As I gaze upon this tree, I can feel evil emotions rising out from within me. Why on earth did that Southern general bring this tree into this town?
No.
Promise to protect you from all the evil in our world. Do not touch this tree. Got that, Patty?
Got it, Agent York.
Touch the tree. Touch the tree.
We successfully spoke with the 17 comrades. I feel like they showed us a side of nature that transcends the realms of human knowledge. Next up is the Holy Allah. According to the Oracle, the Holy Allah needs to be filled. We may be due for another childish puzzle soon, Zach, but that's okay. After all, we came all the way out here to the boondocks. Why not enjoy playing by their rules for a bit?
Oh. Anyway, let's continue onward. So there's the red tree. The evil tree. The tree that started this whole Saint Rogue issue in this area. Ooh. I just got an idea of what the red tree could mean to me, but for my story, but yeah. Still like the idea of basically almost like all the characters from these things almost still being like college, like near college graduates, basically. Like for any of these mystery games that I'm playing for this. Except maybe a couple where there are actually a couple hardened detectives. Not sure if my Luke character will be a hardened detective or actually a just standard thing. Then we also have like the Ace Attorney characters. It's a whole bunch of stuff. So many games. So little time. Oh.
We've been in this town for longer than we originally planned, haven't we? Oh no, I'm not complaining. I'm used to living out of a hotel, and I love southern food. There are some inconveniences, though. There's no movie theater in this town, nor is there a video rental store, and the TV in the hotel room doesn't get any of the on-demand movie channels. We'll just have to get lucky and encounter a movie being shown on TV. The movie environment in Lucaria is no different from that of the 70s, Zach. No, they don't have a movie theater. So I suppose it's even farther back than that. But it's true that these are the times in which one always encounters the best movies. It's always been that way, hasn't it? Think back with me. Remember that hotel in the rundown town near Monroeville, just outside of Pittsburgh? I took a shower, and by the time I got back into bed, it had already started. Time Walker. 1982, directed by Tom Kennedy. I started watching it without any idea as to what it was about, but it instantly got me hooked. The plot highly exceeded all my expectations, constantly revealing shocking truth after shocking truth. It was a hyper-realism masterpiece. Even after we checked out from the hotel, we couldn't get that film out of our heads. Not even when we stopped by the Monroeville Mall, the primary filming location for Dawn of the Dead. Instead of the living dead, both you and I were totally preoccupied with thoughts of that living mummy. And we were so excited to visit the Monroeville Mall, too. You kept insisting that you were going to track down those kumquats that Roger had eaten. In fact, I'm pretty sure the only reason I took on that case was because I knew it would let us travel out there. Instead, Time Walker blindsided us. And that's all we could think about. Even when we were inside the mall, we were both off in a different world. There you have it, Zach. A beautiful memory of an encounter with an 80s masterpiece in a very unexpected place.
First of all, gotta do this. Yay. It's so original, you know what to do with any of this money. You know, games like this where you get to use materials and that to upgrade makes me just kind of look at it. It's like, you know, man, stupid sense, we could just use money too. Because then I have way too much money right now for no reason besides me just playing the game naturally. Maybe a little grainy, but still mostly naturally. Anyway, I'm going to call that episode for right now. And I hope you enjoyed the new way the sound quality is in this. It's been brought up a lot. We had to explain it to 2 other people that walked into this room, which allowed me to reinstate it like 3 times in this recording session. Hopefully you enjoy the new audio. And again, apologies for the previous ones. But anyway, leave a like down the video, subscribe, all that stuff. Check out the links down below, and see y'all next time. Bye-bye.